Oh, hello.
Zashir, Wei Long, do you need me to repeat our intel on Ditch Village?
I have all the
Ditch Village.
Apparently no one knows how to get the not shit ending in this. Like, the patch improved it quite a bit, honestly. It's not really fun trying hard to get through this game and then every ending is depressing. You're really going for the angle where it's like only one ending that doesn't make you feel like you got punched in the gut. I don't know if I like
Sure,
that.
I saw the. You don't need to fill me in on the details.
Thanks, Director.
Let me take a look at the map. The map tells you what route you can go. People have gotten 6 of the endings, but the last one, no one knows how to get it. Hey, let's upgrade this.
Zashi, my man, you all.
Like that. Probably have to do something really unorthodox to get the not depressing ending. That's what it seems like, anyway. So I've gotten two of the 7 endings, but the 7th one is it's not clear how to get it. I can't see a reason to not play this on the easiest difficulty. It really feels like it'd be stupid not to. seen some people complaining that people are giving this game criticism. Like, well, someone pointed out a very good point. This game is competing with the best roguelikes out there, and they're all like same price, not on sale. So, unfortunately, that's just how shit works. People are gonna compare one thing to something else they've done that's better. That's just how life works, not just games. Especially with stuff like roguelikes. There's a lot of really bad roguelikes. There's really only a couple, like, really good ones. I feel like there's a good one in, like, pretty much every genre you can think of. Like, unfortunately, it's what you kind of got to compete with. I'm very much the same way. Like, I've played pretty much almost all the good stuff in the genres I like, so I can't help but compare it. It's just how shit works. I definitely think this game should have been early access, though. I think putting this out without a kind of like beta or something was a really big mistake. 'Cause this game is not terrible; it's just jank. Not everybody can tolerate jank, especially when the game is like $25. They're asking quite a bit for this. I feel like build variety is really weak in this game too. Like, you just kind of pick up everything. There's not really much thought. Which sucks, but I feel like this game will have like no replay value once you get the endings. I think that's why. I think maybe they knew that. They're like, you know, this game doesn't compare to shit. It's gonna get compared to like Dead Cells and stuff. You can put like hundreds of hours into that game. There's just not enough depth to the combat. There's not enough content. Like, builds feel like don't really exist in this game. Not a whole lot to keep you playing. I feel like replay value for this will drop really hard once you get all the endings. Unless you're into like speedruns or something. Speedruns for this probably aren't terrible. I hate these puzzles, they just slow you down. Especially just standing here and waiting. Like, can you just let me go fast? Get up there, you do this. I have to fucking wait for this again. Just let me run to the right and kill stuff. Is that so much to ask? Especially, I want you to keep playing this game. Like, yeah, just let me run to the right and kill stuff. Slow me down. I don't get the point of those puzzles. They're not hard, they're just boring. Yeah, I gotta look into that game. When does that come out? Is that like a September game or something?
What are you doing here, friend?
Son Boyard, stop playing dumb!
Do you want to tell me what you've learned? I'm all ears.
What are you playing at?
Looks like you don't know anything after all. Keep trying, Jiangsu Shui.
You know what really bothers me about the English voice acting in this? None of them can pronounce the main character's name. None of them. There's a couple that can, but they didn't even bother going for consistency. Like, you know, I can speak a little Japanese and stuff. Like, I can understand a little bit of what's said. I can understand a couple words. I can't speak Chinese at all, so I don't even know, like, what the actual pronunciation of his name is. Because no one can say it right. Like, you'd think that it would be a priority to make sure that the English voice actors could actually say his name properly. But no.
Don't be afraid.
I don't know, we've had that problem for a long time, though. It used to be that, anything with, like, Japanese, any, like, Japanese dub, they would always screw up the pronunciations. It wasn't until, like, you got, like, Johnny on Bosch, he could actually pronounce it. That's what put him a cut above a lot of the other early, like, actual good voice actors for English stuff.
So sure, you are back. Be safe out there. Let me know if you need it.
If I go down here, Ray is gonna say Zishi. It's like, what is his name? Like, does he have, like, 12 different last names? Like, which one is it? Like, and to even have, like, a director, like...
Zushi, I saw your combat footage from Ditch Village.
There's like
I was
four different...
slack-jawed when those huge...
There's like 4 different pronunciations for his name. It's like, can you, like, try to go for some consistency at least? You want the story to be taken seriously. It's like... They can't even say his name. I don't know which pronunciation is correct, even if any of them are. Probably have to play the game in the native language to understand. Like, what the fuck is his name? The voice acting's not bad. It's mostly the mooks. The mook voice acting is terrible. That's why I turned it off. I think most of the voice actors are pretty good, but clearly there was no consistency on, like, what his name is, how to actually say it. The voice acting for him is really good. I like his voice actor. I don't know who does it, but they did a good job with what they're given. This is kind of some weird, like, Hideo Kojima kind of plot. I feel like people who like the crazy shit in Metal Gear would probably like the plot in this game. The only problem with it is, like, every ending, but I guess I'm going to assume the last one is morbidly depressing. I don't think people will be too on board with that. If you like crazy shit in Metal Gear, I think people would probably get a kick out of this game. We'll try to fit that in for August, I guess. We'll see. We'll see what the game lineup looks for next month. Doesn't seem like there's much coming out. Honestly, this past month I've had, like, too much stuff to play, so I'm cool with having a month where I just play random stuff again. I was excited for this game for a while. It's not really what I wanted it to be. I'm still enjoying it enough to play it. They put out a patch, like, what, like 2 days after release? They're probably to make it better over time. It's one benefit to no one knowing how to get the ending. By the time we do know, he'll probably patch the game up more. I think this is a pretty weak roguelike in terms of replay value. Outside of the story, there's a lot of story. It's mildly interesting. I think just what makes it bad is that all the endings you get are super depressing. Weird to have a game where it's like so hard to even finish it in the first place and then make every ending super depressing. Yeah, I think once you get all the endings in this game, it's not going to compare to other action roguelikes. You're not going to be able to keep playing this. Although it is really cool, I like the mechanic how you can keep your character until you die, which I think is kind of nice. There are a lot of roguelikes that'd be like way better if you had a roguelike, like a endless mode. You can just keep playing. I like that in 20XX. That was awesome. I don't know, it's just weird to have so much story in a roguelike, because, like, most people aren't gonna care. Well, to have it be, like, almost the only thing. Almost the only thing that is, like, a motivating factor to keep playing is... I don't know if that was the best idea. I think the story is nice to have, but... for a roguelike, you gotta make sure, like, people want to just go on and play the game for a bit.
Confirm this purchase. Hard time fighting the Black Tide.
Have fun with this missile, idiot!
Idiot.
You seem eager for a fight. I'm going to pulverize you. Just fucking die!
He sounds like me. I say that all the time when I get frustrated. Accurate.
You rabid dog!
Rabbit dog.
You mofo! Why don't you?
Yeah, you mofo. Best boss. Speaks to me. Alright, hopefully I can get a different ending this time. If not, I'll just be more powered up for the next one. They're all depressing anyway, so it doesn't matter. Maybe I could just keep this run going until they
Liu Xin,
find out how.
What will you choose this time? Do you want to review?
I'm going to
I'm going to sort through the evidence in Wei Long's.
Say sure. And thank you, say sure.
Thanks, Director.
What is this guy's last name? Like, why can nobody have any kind of consistency on how they pronounce it? Should have like put his last name as like Long or something.
Thanks, Dave Ray.
Like Long or Chen or something like that. That like pretty much everybody can pronounce. Clearly giving him a very Chinese last name did not do this English dub any favors. I feel like a lot of Asian characters and like English stuff, American stuff, they all have that problem. It's like they want to give them a more realistic name, but then they just call them Long
too
or
many of
Chen
them. Done
or
for,
Chu
50.
or something, because they know that Americans can pronounce it. Okay, at this game it's really weird. Like nobody can say what his name is. Call him Bob. It's like when they renamed Mr. Satan for Dragon Ball Z. It's like his name is not Mr. Satan. It's not. But they knew full well that if they tried to push it, it's like his name is not pronounced that. You know, kids are gonna say it, and then crazy parents are gonna get pissed off. They have to call him Hercule. I remember when he was introduced, like, yeah, even as a teenager, I'm like, yeah, I can understand why they did that. Not gonna be able to explain to boomer parents, like, why he's named that. I don't know. There's like a dozen different pronunciations of it. I couldn't tell you. I have no idea. I just call him Zhang, because I can pronounce that, or Zhang. I can't pronounce his last name, and the game itself is not helping. Loopmancer. Well, that's less. It's not the exact. Not exact. I can see why they didn't change that. You have to really be grasping at straws for that one. The character named Mr. Satan, like, makes sense that they would not want to risk pissing off parents. Plus, Dragon Ball was right around the time, a couple years after Power Rangers got less popular and parents were flipping out over that. They toned down the violence, Power Rangers, a lot. By the time they got to Zeo, they weren't doing unmorphed fights at all anymore, which was like the coolest part. Because, you know, they had, unlike Super Sentai, they had people that could actually do their own stunts. That was like one of the biggest appeals to Power Rangers for a lot of people. By the time they got to Zeo, they stopped doing that completely. Never complaints about the violence. When they got to the Disney era of Power Rangers, they brought them back. The problem was the actors weren't martial artists anymore, so it's like painfully obvious it's not them. They would use a lot of like bar shots. This fucking platforming in this game sucks. Go! Come on, hurry up. Hello, George. Just trying to get an ending on this tonight. Yeah, in the Disney era Power Rangers, they did bring unmorphed fights back, but very obviously stuntmen. Painfully obvious. Use a lot of shots where you can see the characters fighting, but couldn't make out their face.
You got quick reflexes. I got careless. You can't beat me!
Wake up! Wake up!
I think the new last couple Power Rangers seasons, they're still doing unmorphed fights. Which is cool. I think for me, besides just being a martial arts fan, with Power Rangers stuff, when they fight, when they're able to fight outside of the costume, you know, when they're not
I can't
transformed,
thank you enough. Do you need any resources from
it
us?
makes it
Thanks,
more
Director.
believable that it's actually them in the suit, because obviously in reality, you know, it's not them in the suits. If you can't see their face, it's not them actually fighting. So when they stopped doing that, it got a lot less believable for me.
Zashi, you defeated...
Loopmancer. I get sick and tired of doing this puzzle. Time waster. Almost every time I get through here, it gives me this damn puzzle. I get really sick of doing it. I don't know if putting puzzles like this in a game where you play through the same levels over and over was a good idea. I get that they want to have variety. The problem is it just gets old. It's like every other game. Puzzles kind of get in the way after a while. It's like, alright, I've done this like 30 times. Can I just, like, not do this? This puzzle is boring, it just slows me down. Just let me kill shit. That's what video games are for. I want a puzzle game, I have plenty of those to play, and I like puzzles when they're not in stuff like this, where you can move fast. They fucking take that away from you. Like, no, you need to go slow and get stuck doing this boring door puzzle. This guy can summon, like, fucking turrets and stuff. He can't get past the fence. It's too hard for him. Like, come on now. Should only have to do this, like, once. And then should never appear again. Come on, this is boring. They only made, like, 3 different varieties of this puzzle. At least they had the decency to not put it in that other level where you're timed. Try to get the prize here. Let's kill one of them. Where's the other one? Whatever. I would rather there be no puzzles at all. I'd rather there be no puzzles. Puzzles in these kinds of games just suck. They don't really have a purpose. It's just weird to have a roguelike with puzzles. It's like, normally, the whole thing is the puzzle is figuring out what to put on your character. That's what the actual puzzle is. There's actually way more thought that goes into a game like this, even though this game has pretty one-dimensional combat. There's way more thought that goes into playing a game like this than your standard action game, because in an action game, eventually you always have everything, right? But in a game like this, you kind of have to deal with a build. So you have to think about what to put on your character, although this game doesn't really have that, though. Builds in this game are pretty much just pick up everything. And if it's better than what you have, take it. Very little thought in this game compared to a lot of the really good roguelikes. I feel like they dropped the ball on builds and like decision-making in this game. Ah, come on, man. I'm tired of these puzzles. It's so slow. The guy can't slide or dash or anything. Just walk slow. Just give me rooms where I just kill stuff and move fast. That's all this game is good for. Jerking themselves off over these puzzles. Would you hang on to the thing, please? Come on! I hate stuff like this. It's boring puzzles. The guy won't cling on to the thing. I keep telling him to. He doesn't do it. This sucks. I don't want to do this. Just give me normal challenges. Jumping in this game sucks. It takes so long to do this. If it was just kill rooms, it would have been done by now. Fuck puzzles. Please don't fall off for any reason. I don't want to do this again. Time waster. Nothing good up here either. This stuff is just boring. Especially when you're supposed to play through this game multiple times. Like, every time I see that, I just want to turn the game off. Just give me rooms of guys to fight, nothing else. I don't know, this game is really weird. They tried to do, like, different stuff with it. I don't feel a lot of it actually works well. This game is kind of boring from a roguelike standpoint. If you like decision-making and the excitement of getting, like, a really cool item, there's, like, almost none of that in this game. They really wanted the story to carry the whole thing, and the story is mildly interesting, but it suffers from the fact that it's got all this Hideo Kojima stuff going on. And there's, like, not even one non-depressing ending.
Zishu, to be honest, be careful out there, Zishu. Do you want to hear Zishu? Please practice extreme caution when you go.
No, he wasn't accused. It was some scumbag European news company that they took his photos. He didn't do anything.
Sure.
As far as I know,
Be
he's
safe
actually
out
suing.
there. Let me know if you need.
Thanks,
It's pretty
Director.
serious stuff.
I'm leaving now.
Defamation of character. Like, he didn't do anything. But you know how sites media is now. They just they don't fucking do any research. They can't even be bothered to like look on Google or like look at an actual reputable source.
Zishi, you can.
How do you screw something like that up? They knew who the suspect for that was, like, pretty much right away. Like, within like the moment of it happening, they already knew. So how do you get to the conclusion of putting up photos of Hideo Kojima, a meme game developer? I don't know how you get to that point, but they did somehow. As far as I know, I think they announced that he's going to be suing that garbage clickbait site or whatever it was that did that. Obviously, anybody with half a brain knows that he didn't do it, but it's not good to have your face plastered all over social media for something you clearly didn't do. People will do anything for a click. Really will. It's sad. Anything to get you to look at those ads. Don't do literally anything. That's why I always tell people, if you don't like ads and you watch my content, just block them. Like, I'm cool with it. I know how annoying they are. I totally get it. I always tell people, if you feel that bad, you can donate, like, I don't know, $5 a year. not a month or a day, but like a year. Like, I totally understand why people hate them. I go on, like, sites on my phone without an ad blocker, and there's like 800 ads all over the place. And they're all fucking video ads and stuff. They're super annoying. Like, I totally get it. At least YouTube, the ads on here are pretty... They're about as non-intrusive as they can get. Like, you know you're gonna be getting a video ad with sound. None of that shit where you load up an article. You load up an article and there's like an ad like every half paragraph, and they start playing sound. I think Darkside Phil was the one that he went off on this tirade about how if you block ads, you're stealing from him. Like, what the fuck, man? You know, one person blocking ads is like, how much money is that off one person? Probably like $2. Maybe like a couple bucks for an entire year. Like, like, if you could just tell people, like, hey, if you want to block ads, just donate a couple bucks a year, and you're even. Like, they stick around, and they're not triggered by the ads. I mean, there's no loss there. Well, the ad algorithm detects that I play I play Punishing Gray Raven, so it thinks I want to play just random weeb trash anime gacha games. It suggests those to me a lot. I'm like, dude, this algorithm has no idea what I like. It's been advertising someone with like anime vampires. The game looks like trash. And then of course they have the sponsored streamers acting like it's the best game ever made. Like this thing has no idea what I like. It knows I play like one mobile game, so it just sends me a lot of them. That ad is meme-worthy, by the way. They got some, you know, the average, like, attractive girl being all excited to play it, and then a bunch of, like, lightly bearded guys super excited. It's like, how much did you pay these guys? This game doesn't look like anything of value. Look like another weeb trash turn-based gacha, and I'm not saying turn-based is bad. Don't misinterpret me. It's just that on mobile, there's like literally thousands of those games. So it's just funny when they like try to hide the gameplay. They try to hide the gameplay. It's like, yeah, I know this is just another turn-based game that plays itself. It's not like an actual good turn-based game like Dragon Quest or you know, Valkyrie Profile or Persona. There's like actual thought required to play the game. The mobile ones, most of them have like barely any depth. Turn-based games definitely can have depth, but it'd be hard-pressed to find it on mobile. Because realistically, they're just going to keep selling you power-crept characters to get you to spend real money. Usually that just means that even if the turn-based combat system is good, you can just solve it by spending money, which is not something you can do in actual good turn-based games. But yeah, I get a lot of those throwaway beef trash gachas because I play PGR. Like, PGR is both not pay to win, and it's also got like actual gameplay, so probably some really good mobile games out there that like no one knows about because that market is toxic. It's really hard to get people to play stuff on there because most of it is trash. Honestly, I'll take the dating site clickbait ads over the mobile game ads because those games just look like who is actually playing these games? Like, who is actually playing them? You'd be surprised at what people will play, though. Like, you wouldn't believe how many garbage mobile games there are that people have spent like thousands on. There's like nothing even remotely distinguishing about them at all.
Attacking me won't achieve anything. An excellent move.
I hate this boss. Status effects suck.
I don't feel pain.
Die! Ah, just die! Whose bright idea was it to make a boss where you're stuck in status effects the whole fucking time?
Humans require.
Ah, I hate this boss. Just poisoned all the time. There's nothing I can do about it. I lost my fucking run because of the stupid fucking poison. So dumb. Why is it just poison? You can't make it go away. That's stupid. I can't even fucking see anything. So there's particle effects all over the screen. Do this whole fucking level again. Stupid garbage boss. Why can't anyone make a non-gimmicky boss fight anymore? What the fuck is that? You're just poisoned the whole time. The poison stops you from healing, and then you can't fucking see anything. How hard is it to just make a guy with a sword that doesn't do anything stupid like that? That's dumb. Like, no one can make a boss anymore. It's always stupid gimmicky crap like that. Go, I'm just gonna spam status effects the entire time. Great fun. Stupid. No, there's not. You can't make it go away. It stays forever. It's just cheap shit. That boss fight is garbage. I get you want to be creative, but shit like that is not fun. Not fun just having some guy just spam status effects all the time that don't go away or disable or turn off. They just stay forever. Why? Frame rate is going to shit too. I'm about to just give up on this game. It's so poorly designed. Why is there a boss that could just make you poison forever? Like, a good boss would be like, actual good boss would allow you to do it without taking damage. But you can't do that. Ugh. This game is so poorly optimized. Go up! Come on! Why is the frame rate so bad? Optimize your game! This is frustrating to play, it really is. Look at how long the poison lasts. It lasts forever. Status effects always suck in video games. I can't stand them. Come on! Can't imagine playing this on the hardest difficulty. Frame rate is terrible. Why Why is it running so bad? It's like the game isn't even all that graphically. Shit, boss.
Attacking me won't achieve anything.
Yeah, just poison the entire time. Can't ever turn it off. What an amazing boss fight. Frame rate is garbage too, she's just making it worse. Use the fucking heal, you dipshit.
I don't feel pain.
Wish he would feel this poison, as it's sucking the fun out of the game. Just make the boss just spam status effects that kill you.
An excellent move. That was unexpected.
I can't move! Die!
Be accomplished.
This is so frustrating. What the fuck were they thinking with this boss? It's fucking garbage. It never stops attacking and you're always poisoned. And you can't make it go away. I don't understand what it is with indie devs. Like, no one can make a boss anymore. It's always gimmicky shit like that. I'm just gonna be poisoned the whole time and in hyper armor. Fuck that shit. I don't want to play that anymore. I don't know why that game is not early access. They clearly don't know how to design a boss fight. I have no fucking idea. Like, nope, the poison doesn't go away. It stays there forever. The guns don't do anything either. The guns do no damage. It's like DMC. The guns are basically useless on anything that's not a generic mook. I keep trying to give that game a chance. I honestly think I need to just uninstall it. It really pisses me off. Stupid. There's a boss fight, by the way, where you fight two of them at once, and one of them is that spider thing that keeps spamming poison. You have to fight them both at once. How the fuck are you supposed to do that? You're poisoned the entire time. No, it's just the game is poorly designed. Graphically, the game looks pretty good. It looks AAA quality. It's just gameplay-wise, it feels like it was made by people that like haven't played a good action game before. It's stupid to have a boss that forces you to take damage in a fucking permadeath roguelike. Like, that is just dumb. It's unforgivable. The whole point of a boss fight is it's supposed to challenge you, and you're supposed to be able to get good at it so that you never take a hit. But you can't do that in that game. It doesn't let you. I think it was just going to be the same ending anyway. I don't feel like playing that shit anymore.
Final Vendetta!
It's really a bummer. That game's just got too many problems. It's just janky and unfun.
Take this!
No, having a boss that forces you to take damage in a permadeath roguelike is shit design. Don't make excuses for that. Imagine if they had the final boss in Dead Cells could just put poison on that you can't remove. Just make you take permanent damage the whole fight. But they don't do that because that game is actually designed where you can beat it with trash gear and actual skill. There hasn't been a good action roguelike in a hot minute. I was kind of hoping that game would be it, but clearly is not. It just showed an example of why right there. Terrible. And it's like there's nothing even to really explore in that game, combat-wise either, because all you have is just one string with each weapon. There's no, like, launchers or dash moves or anything. It's the same thing. I don't know, I gave my feedback on that game. I hope that they'll fix it. Honestly, I'll probably just watch the true ending on YouTube when someone finds it. Never play that game again. It pisses me off. It's fun in small doses, it's just really hard to ignore. Bad design.
Final Vendetta.
Yeah, I can tell when a game is pissing me off. Like I had to stop playing that. That game is not worth it. It's a shame. They put a lot of love into that game, but just the gameplay and the way it's designed, it feels like amateurish. And at that price point, it's got to compete with like Dead Cells, the other good roguelikes. I couldn't really recommend that game to anybody the way it is right now. There's better games in that genre you can get for like cheaper. It's hard to tell, be like, hey, you should go buy this game right now. Like, no, maybe when they patch it. The problems with that game could be fixed. But when you review stuff now, it's not like back in the day where the games didn't get patched. I honestly don't envy professional game reviewers. A lot harder to do their jobs now. I know we like to meme on them, but you know, sometimes they get versions of games that are really jacked up. It's like, oh, well, you have to say, like, maybe they'll fix it later. Didn't used to have to do that. Like, the game would work and would be, like, at least somewhat professionally designed.
Get out of here! Take
I'll probably play some Streets 4 later today. I'm just glad I didn't pay for that Lootmancer game. I got a review key for that. That game is definitely more frustrating than fun. I think it's more frustrating because it's like a couple patches away from being a really good game.
Give me your best shot.
It's less frustrating when the game has like no redeeming qualities. There's plenty of games like that that are just straight garbage. In a game like that, it could be more frustrating to play than a straight up bad game, because you know, like, if they change, like, I don't know, a dozen things about it, it could be, like, really good. It could compete with, like, the best games in that genre. That game feels like a perfect early access candidate. That game is a good example of, the good things about early access. There's lots of bad things about early access games, but a game like that doesn't have a terrible foundation, but it's just really janky and not really well designed. They could have taken care of all that stuff in early access, and they wouldn't have had so many bad reviews. But they decided to just do a full release. People are a lot less forgiving when it's a full release. You know, this game actually had some of those same problems. This game is, even on the first patch, is way better put together than Loopmancer, but they had, like, they got a lot of feedback and they put out, like, 3 updates. What's up, bro? Ways to the underground. Gotta clean out the jank from Loopmancer. Let's play a straight beat 'em up. Beat 'em ups are therapeutic. Good ones anyway. This game is awesome. Nice sleeper hits for this year for sure.
Get out of here! Uppercut! Take this! Take this!
The element of surprise!
Uppercut!
Surprise!
Uppercut!
Surprise!
Uppercut!
This game is so good. This game is so awesome. I can't bring myself to play Ninja Turtles, but I'm almost always down to just play a credit of this game. I wish Ninja Turtles was better. Just doesn't have the things I like in a beat 'em up.
Uppercut! Perdedor inútil.
How is it freezing up? What do you mean by that? Freezing up how so? I'm not dropping any frames. Gotta be more specific than that. That's not really helping me. Maybe it's on your end. I'm stopping after this anyway, so... I don't feel like playing anything else. Yeah, I'm not dropping any frames. I'm not playing a demanding game right now, so... It's not the computer. Might be your internet. Haven't dropped a single frame, so... Yeah, I think it's on your end. If you're talking about during Lootmancer, yeah, that game was dropping frames a lot. That game is poorly optimized. And you could run this game on like probably a decade-old computer, so... You don't need 3080 to play this game. It's not all graphics. Some good games like this play on a toaster. It's like better than a lot of the popular stuff. So maybe I'll do like one more game after this. It's not even 2 AM yet.
make this quick.
Oh, there you go, yeah. Yeah, that's one of the main reasons why I stream on here over Twitch. Because I get transcodes. I get transcodes on here because I'm partnered. And I'm not partnered on, Twitch. I stream at a really high bitrate. The transcodes, when you're not partnered on Twitch, are a case-to-case basis. Like, if you somehow manage to get more than a certain threshold of viewers, it won't give you transcodes, whereas on here... So on here I have transcodes all the time, so people can watch it 144p if they want to, or they can watch it in max quality. Yeah, I'm partnered on here. That's why I prefer to stream over here. Because I've had times living here where I've had really shitty internet. And like I could only watch partnered streamers on Twitch. I couldn't watch like smaller streams like mine because they didn't have transcodes, and I couldn't. My internet was all jacked up. The download speed was slow. Like I couldn't. I couldn't watch. Couldn't watch anybody that wasn't partnered.
Final vendetta.
Yeah, it's really hard to get transcodes consistently on Twitch. They either had to be partnered, or you have to reach a certain threshold and they'll give it to you, but it's only for that like one stream. There's no like way to get it all the time. Transcodes are really nice because people can watch for whatever their internet or bandwidth level is. You know, if they're downloading something or someone else in the house is doing something intensive like downloading a game or something, you can crank the stream quality down, whereas everybody else can just watch it max. Or if you're on the phone, you don't want to use your mobile data watching a channel like mine, you can put it on like 480p or something. It's really nice to have that feature. I think I'll do like one more game. Just trying to figure out what I feel like playing. Yeah, it says here, if you're a Twitch affiliate, it's like a lottery thing. And like, I stream at like 5500 bitrate, so, that's why I don't like streaming over there. Oh, good night. Yeah, you're not missing much. I'm probably gonna play like one more game tonight and go to bed myself. I have a psychiatrist appointment in the early afternoon, so I gotta make sure I'm presentable for that. It's only by phone, but if I miss it, it's got some pretty catastrophic consequences because I don't get my meds and stuff. So I don't want to stay up too late tonight. That Loot Master game is just triggering me. I feel better like not playing that game. It sucks. I was really looking forward to that game, but it's just jank. I don't know how to put it. It's just janky. It's like I don't know if that game feels like a toxic relationship right now. It's like you're not getting the effort you're putting in. You're not getting it back. And you like keep trying to convince yourself that you're going to get that effort back at some point, but because it's a toxic relationship, you don't. That's kind of where I'm at with that game right now. Definitely have a decent enough file. I think when they patch it up some more, we'll probably start playing that again. Yeah, I just don't feel like getting triggered over dumb stuff in games anymore. It's not something I can really avoid because of my mental illnesses and stuff, but I definitely am getting better at noticing, like, this game is really pissing me off. I need to stop playing. It can be hard to do that sometimes. I bought this game when it first came out, and I haven't touched it. I think the early access is in a little over a week. So probably play this over Lootmancer. I think this game is really ugly. The animation's really cheap looking, but mechanically it seems pretty solid. I wish these guys would get like 3D modelists or pixel art. 'Cause these guys make good games, but the animation just looks really cheap. Sore! Yeah, the animation of this game is awful. Look at how bad that kick looks. I don't like this kind of animation where they just, they have a skeleton and they just kind of bend it around. It makes games look really cheap. But I'm willing to look past it. I've played some really amazing games that have this kind of cheap-looking style of animation. One of which I put like 150 hours into, so like it doesn't stop me from playing a game that looks interesting to me, but it definitely is a bummer. Hopefully this game does well. Their next game they can get a better art style. The problem with this kind of art style for this kind of game is the moves don't have impact. because the character looks like you're barely hitting the enemy. This game is Lost Epic. It's from the guys who made Earth's Dawn. Can't skip this cutscene, can I? Come on, shut up! I want to try the game. Unskippable cutscenes trigger me. I think there's like barely any talking in this game past this point. Alright, good. Done talking, I guess. They only played this for like an hour. It's like gonna be leaving early access at the end of this month, so I'm like, yeah, I should probably try this out. It's more up my alley than Lootmancer. You wanna know what game sounds like a porno? Under Night in Birth. Under Night in Birth sounds like a STD. So does Melty Blood. Those are both really great fighting games, by the way, but man, they have... You can tell they have names from people that like don't speak English. Don't speak fluent English. Melty Blood, Under Night in Birth sounds like an STD. Melty Blood sounds like what happens when you have your time of the month. I wish Under Night had rollback. I liked what little I played of that game, but the netcode was poop, so I never really got good at it. I have that game, though. This feels way better than Loopmancer. This feels solid. Their last game was like this too. Like, main thing about the last game was it's really obtuse about a lot of things, and there's like no information about it on the internet. And it had this same kind of art animation style. It looks really cheap. It looks like a Flash game, but if you can get past that, it's solid. I didn't finish that game. I got close to finishing it. I got stuck and never went back. But this is the next game from the guys that made that. I don't think these guys have a lot of money, so they probably don't have the funds to like have better animation. That counter is really cool. That's a cool way to do hyper armor. It's like, yeah, they walk through your attacks, but if you push this, you do your move at the right time, you can launch them up. That feels really good. I like that. Feels good.
こちらの古き神はこの地上に福音を授かる。そしてその他物品仕入れもただじゃ。それではマテリアライズではマテリアライズには騎士様のサポート。
I actually read. I read that stuff. I don't skip it. It's just I read really fast, and I don't really do the whole Let's Play thing with video games where people read it. I don't really do that. I kind of just read at my own pace. I've always been like that. I've always been a really fast reader. Like I can digest information really fast. I've just always been like that. I didn't get a review key for this, by the way. I paid for it myself, so Normally when I get a review key, I try to play it right away, but I'm no different than anybody else. I accumulate a backlog sometimes. Yeah, this seems worth my time, so probably try to finish this before it leaves early access.
こんにちは。
Got a stinger? Hell yeah. Yeah, the next new game I'm doing is Gunvolt 3. That's in like 10 days. I have some review key stuff to work on, but it won't take more than like a day sitting down to do that. To see if I like those games enough to keep playing them. But this game seems really solid. Looks like something I'd play. I've played other games like this, like Muramasa. Odin Sphere. I got everything in that game too. I kind of want to play that again, but I think my PS4 died. They don't have that game on PC. Could probably dump my Vita version, play that. That's a possibility. That game is really good. I highly recommend that game. Definitely one of the sleeper hits from last gen. Doesn't seem like you get too much interesting stuff in here. It's like mostly stats. Which is kind of a bummer. I like to look at skill trees when I start a new game. See if there's like any cool stuff that I should like aim for. Yeah, it seems like pretty generic skill trees. But this game's supposed to have New Game Plus, so maybe they'll expand upon it later. We're starting to get some more interesting stuff in here. There's actually, it seems like there's a couple cool things in every one of these little skill trees. The games I play on my kitty sitting streams are all like games I wanted to play. It's just problem with old games is when I'm at home, I have new stuff like this to play, so I don't really have time. But when I'm over working at my neighbor's house, I've got like 2-3 hours a day to just play whatever the hell I want that I can run on the phone. So it's made that kind of thing a lot easier. Because that phone I have can run, like, pretty much any retro game. Most of them, anyway. Pretty much everything up to the Wii and the GameCube, PS2. Especially since I quit 2 of my service games. I straight up uninstalled them. The only game I'm playing right now is PGR. I quit Diablo Immortal, I quit Dynasty Warriors Overlords, at least for now, until I can use the cash shop again, because progress really slow if you don't spend like at least a couple bucks on that game. I quit KOF All-Star as well. The more old school games on those streams now. I got really tired of playing KOF All-Star. I don't miss playing that game at all. It felt like a job. I had fun with it. I just got tired of the power creep in KOF All-Star. Really starting to rub me the wrong way. Play this with the D-pad by any chance. Not a big fan of playing side-scrollers. A good fan of playing side-scrollers with analog stick if I could avoid it. Doesn't seem like they'll let you do that though. That's balls. I put up with it, but I'm very old school. I prefer using the D-pad. It's probably because I didn't really play a lot of Smash Brothers. I feel like if you if you can play that game on an analog stick, then you can probably play something like this really easily. I never really was a big fan of Smash. Maybe they'll add that later. Yeah, I can fix it myself, I just don't feel like doing that right now. I can fix it through the Steam control menu. Buster. Nice name. I died while dodging. How fair is that? I dodged. What happened? I get start all the way fucked back here? Are you fucking kidding me? What the fuck is that, man? I dodged! I was in the dodge animation, I still died. What kind of bullshit is that? That thing would not stagger at all. It walked through every attack I was doing. Other bosses, the other boss actually staggered. That fucker wouldn't react to any attack. Just walking through it. That's whack. All the way fucked back here. It didn't give me any kind of save point at all. It's like that Soldiers game. Save points are like every 10 minutes for some reason. Instead of being civilized and having them in like normal intervals. Oh, I got the move. I got the move learned. That'll probably help. Gotta find another save point though. That's whack. All the way fucking back here. Boss just spawns. There's no save point in sight. Why? That was bullshit. That boss was dead too. This is probably one of those games where status effects can kill you, which is always the worst. I can't stand that shit. Status effects in general just annoy me. I don't really understand the purpose of them. I tried that Gunfire Reborn game on mobile. That game actually does status effects well. Because in that game, it applies to the player and the enemy equally. The biggest problem I have with status effects is they're always so one-sided. Like, the enemies can apply it to you and basically make it so you can't control your character, but then you apply it to them, it like barely does anything. Nioh is a good example. That game has a lot of cool status builds you can make, but the problem is you can only apply it like 2 or 3 times to a boss because the proc rate has diminishing returns. So I never really saw the point in building around that stuff. It was like I beat that game just by making it so I could drain their stamina really fast. And like that worked on anybody. Any enemy in the game. Whereas the status effects, it's like you do like a small burst of damage in that game, and then you can't apply it anymore the longer the fight goes on. It's like, okay, that's kind of dumb. I don't know why game developers are scared to make like status effects as powerful on the enemies as they are on you. But I've played countless games where that's a problem. Status effects are always going to be annoying in video games, but I feel like if you make it feel like the enemies follow the same rules as you do, at least partially, it helps. It's pretty rare when you find a game where it's like you can fuck up the enemies with status effects as much as they ruin it for you. I wonder if this game has this game is like Nioh, where it's like it's mostly useless to spec into that stuff unless you can kill really fast. Yeah, I can list off a number of games that have that problem. I think that's what's cool about roguelikes. Roguelikes are usually pretty nice about letting you do that. Like, hey, you can just put like 18 stacks of poison on this boss and their health ticks down like 30% a second. Roguelikes let you get away with that, but like most games don't. They try to balance it. The problem is put it too much in the enemy's favor. The wonder if this game has builds like that, where you can just stack, like, poison and fire and have it all proc at once. That shit is satisfying, but there's... statistically, very few games that let you do that. Normally it's the enemies do it to you, and you just hate the game. Maybe this game will be different. Oh, it's just that. That's lame. Gotta craft some more weapons to get more moves. I think you get moves from leveling up. I think you only get them from crafting the weapons. It's like the license point system from Vesperia. You put something on and you use it enough times, and then you don't need to have it equipped anymore. Alright, there we go, gotta save. See if I can craft a new weapon.
私たち姉妹これからサブクエストは皆さんを
Alright, I think that's a good stopping point, folks. I'm gonna go ahead and go to bed. I have a main task tomorrow besides running this channel and taking care of the cats is I gotta make that psychiatrist appointment. I don't want to sleep through it. So yeah, this game is pretty cool. I'm enjoying it. It's fun. Definitely worth my time. I'll probably play more of this later. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go night-night. That game's pretty awesome. I kind of feel bad I didn't really play it in early access. It's leaving early access in like 9 days. Says that they're adding like New Game Plus and online play or something, so that's pretty cool. Definitely a solid game. I need to stop playing that Loopmancer game. That game just pisses me off. It's not good enough to really finish. Yeah, I think I'll probably play more of that Lost Epic game. I've just had that sitting in my library for like a year. I just kind of like randomly felt like playing it today. That game's pretty fun. Maybe we'll work on more of that later. Probably play a little bit of DFO later too, actually. And then from there, some Orochi. Alright, folks. I'll see you guys probably at my neighbor's house, and then when I get home, we'll see how things go. Good night.